The war reached the city. Sirens screamed through the streets at night. Evita was a woman in her early 30s, with soft brown hair and tired eyes that still held quiet strength. Her face was pale from long days of work, but there was something gentle in her expression that never faded. Her husband, Dan, had been sent to the front line, and letters came at first, comforting her. But soon, the letters stopped. She had to keep her children safe, but the food ran out and the shelters were crowded. Tearfully, she watched as her children were sent away to strangers she hoped would care for them. Alone, Evita worked tirelessly, cleaning homes and washing clothes, doing everything she could to keep them alive. Every day, she prayed that Dan would return and that her children would be safe. Then, the bombs fell. Night after night, the city shook, and the air was filled with fire and smoke. One night, a bomb hit the building where she worked. Evita survived, but her mind could not bear the weight. When she awoke, she could remember her name, but not the faces of her children, not the life she had built, not the letters she had cherished. Evita had survived, but not as the woman she once was. After the bombing, she lived alone, moving from place to place, sometimes resting in shelters, sometimes wandering the streets with no clear destination. She worked when she could, doing small tasks for food, her days quiet and uncertain, her memories lost in the silence of her mind. Her eldest son, Lucas, struggled in the harsh world outside. Growing angry and desperate, he fell into a life of stealing and trouble, doing whatever he could to survive. But even in the darkest moments, someone reached out to guide him, showing him a better path. Lucas learned to survive, to work honestly, and eventually joined the army to fight for what he believed in and defend his homeland. Several years passed, and the war finally ended. Peace had returned, allowing broken families to reunite once more. Hoping to find the mother he barely remembered, who had sacrificed everything for him, Lucas searched for her for years. He looked through crowded streets, shelters, and quiet corners of the city, asking strangers, following small pieces of hope that often led nowhere. During his duty, whenever he passed through ruined neighborhoods, he would stop and look, wondering if she was somewhere among the forgotten. And then, one day, he finally found her. Evita was alive, her clothes are shabby, she huddled in the cold streets, picking through scraps of food. Her eyes, hollow and distant, didn't recognize him, and his heart shattered. Lucas knelt beside her, his hand and voice was trembling. He said,
"Mom, I finally found you."
Evita looked at him, wary, a faint trace of a smile on her lips. She answered,
You look kind and familiar. But who are you?"
"It's me, Lucas, your son. Let's go home, I'll take care of you."
he added. He took her hands gently in his, forcing back his tears. She hesitated, searching his eyes, unsure why she felt safe. But something in his voice made her nod slowly. Lucas's chest ached with both relief and sorrow. He held her hands, told her stories of their lives, and cared for her, hoping that love could reach even the places memory had forgotten. Dan returned after many long years, weary but alive, joining the family once more. Evita passed away years later, surrounded by her family, the family she had fought so hard to protect. Her life had been filled with loss and suffering, but her love, her strength, had endured, leaving a legacy of courage that her family would never forget.